Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Top of the morning to you. We got some awesome stuff to cover here today with GALA. Quick little thank you to our community members here. JCXB81. Thank you for asking for me to cover this coin. I'll absolutely be happy to do so. And obviously, we're gonna see kind of where we're at with things. Quick little thank you as well to our community members for the wonderful feedback. We took a BSV short here 5 days ago. Got good 55%. Our ENJ trade from last month, our last open trade, has triggered at 78% on its third target. SUI as well, we got, that was about a day ago. Yesterday we took two targets already, 37%. And of course, GALA, 104%. Roughly 12 days ago, we took a trade. So we're going to talk about why we took this trade 12 days ago and just kind of see what's going on next. Keep in mind, Fibonacci levels are old and expired. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a few other things. Quickly to note, the main reason why took the trade is because we've double bottomed out here. Essentially, we had a low liquidity sweep here, double bottom, and then more importantly, we had this descending wedge that broke free and it started to continue to make higher highs. Okay, so as we start to notice things like that, those are good little signals to kind of look for. So again, trend reversals, a descending trend is a good start, and then of course establishing higher highs and higher lows is a good follow there. It does kind of let you know you're on the right side of the tracks. I did send out specific details, I think, on the trade itself. So if you're in the community, you'll know exactly what that looks like, but just note that is kind of what led into that, of course. Now, if you look back at my video from 12 days ago, you also know exactly why I took the trade, but at this point, why don't we go ahead and start with the larger time frame and work our way down. So what's going to happen next year with this coin? First of all, as far as overextension is concerned, we're obviously hit that point, right? We hit this massive little increase here, massive impulse there where the price action shot up, and it's actually past 70 on the RSI on the daily. So you got to keep in mind when this coin starts to crank past 70 on the RSI, it has a tendency of doing some pretty awesome stuff. So if you look here previously, when we hit above 70 on the RSI, we can see that the price action had stayed above and increased significantly from there, from bottom to top about 167%. Granted, it took about 2 or 3 weeks to get there, but it still stayed over 70 for some time. With us peaking up over that same level now, we can anticipate that we might actually keep and maintain that price point. Again, not the main reason to take a trade. I'm not suggesting you just take a long position right now because there's a few other things we want to kind of look at. But the easy way to understand it is that we're above a key level resistance. We can kind of see this tentative resistance here recently where the price action had some difficulty crossing that plane. Now that we're above that, that should be our roughly our halfway point, whereas the price action will probably bounce from there. Okay, so we take a look here at our Fibonacci retracement level. That's 0.618, pretty close to that level there, and so we want to kind of keep an eye out, but it looks like 0.015 will be a bouncing point if the price pulls back that far. Again, previous resistance turned support, but also a key Fibonacci retracement level. Between 0.618 and 0.5, these are two common retracement zones, okay, where the price action will probably pull back to one of those two levels. And if we start to have some extra, like if you see Elliott wave, for example, it'll typically kind of show you that the price action will drop to one of these 2 or 3 levels. It's typically these 3 here, right there. 0.382 is the common one. We've always retraced there. All right, anyway, that's just kind of the big picture there on the daily. It's basically telling us here that we have potential for pullback, but once again, we've broken through a pretty significant resistance level. You can see the price wicked out to another resistance level too. Take a look at this almost perfectly. It hit that 0.02 level. And as you can notice here too, a lot of times the price will turn itself around exact round numbers. So it's at 0.02, basically 2 cents, right? So the price action came out 2 cents and rejected perfectly there. If you'd had your Fibonacci retracement, or perhaps just say, for example, you had set your profit targets, you don't want to do round numbers. You want to do odd numbers just below or above those levels that you feel it's going to hit. Okay, so future reference, try not to set your targets at exactly the round numbers. Above or below just a little bit will get you filled a lot easier. Take a look at the 4 hour though. This is kind of where things get interesting, at least in the sense that we do have an overextension here with our 9 on TD sequential. If we take a look at the RSI, it's been maintaining above 70 for some time, and now that's coming back down below, leads us to believe that it should pull back a little bit further. Okay, we're also starting to see a digression here, essentially, where the price is starting to diverge to the downside pretty significant, which is common, of course, for this kind of level, but more importantly, it makes perfect sense for the situation that we're having right now here with GALA. Okay, so again, I think that for the most part, we should expect the price to continue further down. If it were to recover, once again, you got this perfect level here, this 0.5 Fibonacci level, about 0.0165. That's a good bouncing point for the price action, mainly because it was the most recent high. I had difficulty crossing that level. Same thing here with this 0.618 level, that previous resistance. You can see how the price consolidated at resistance and then blasted straight through. Okay, so again, a lot of times you'll get this type of pennant pattern that the price action comes up, works itself into a little wedge, and then breaks out because it derived from the bottom. Okay, so that's kind of how those things work there. But all in all, the 4-hour is overextended. It's pulling back nicely, and I would expect the price to pull back at least to 0.016, or possibly even 0.0155. Okay, and I'll send my playout chart here as well, so you can kind of see that. If you look here at our Discord, we've got a lot of good content, but generally speaking, I kind of try to explain what goes into these trades. Okay, and if you look at this here, this is our SUI trade from yesterday. I explained the price is going to come down and bounce off this level and come up to retest at 45. And of course, at the time, it seemed unlikely, but again, it pulled back and bounced off that level quite nicely. Okay, so again, you got that little bounce off that level there, and the price action pulled back. Okay, so just an example of kind of things that are available on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So be sure to jump on down below and find whichever medium works best for you. But I do send playout charts there for that. And the last thing I want to touch on here is TD sequential on the hourly. Obviously came up to a 9, got rejected, price pulled back. We're down to a 6, so we have another 3 hours of continuation of the downside potential. What's likely to happen though is the price consolidate, leg down here, and then continue back up. Because oftentimes you'll see this last little liquidity sweep where the price action pulls off that last little level of liquidity. We don't have a tremendous amount of liquidity at that level, but we do have this fair value gap that needs to get filled. It's almost filled, but it would make sense for us to continue to get that full sweep. Okay. But once more, oftentimes what you will see is the price action will come down, consolidate at Fibonacci, leg down once more, and then it'll leg up. It's basically this power of 3 where it has these 3 little boxes here, and the last one is typically a sweep of the last level. Okay, that's a terrible, terrible example. I'll provide more examples later, of course, and if you're in my community, feel free to ask me about that. But generally speaking, a lot of times the price will consolidate at previous resistance and then get people to buy in. They'll sweep that extra amount of liquidity, and then they'll yank it back up. Okay, so just it's a really common whale games, you could say, that occurs. All right, so that's pretty much it. If you have some comments on this course, greatly appreciate your feedback. Comment down below. Let me know if you're long or short of this coin. And obviously, you want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is a site. Link down below. We do have limited spots available, so keep in mind if you're planning to register, we're going to start restricting the amount of users, mainly just so we can have more one-on-one time with our premium members and make sure that you guys are better served and you find a good benefit there. But thank you again so much to all of our wonderful community members for just jumping in and letting us know how much you appreciate what's going on here, because we're taking some healthy profits. Some of it might be a month old, some of it might be a couple days old, but it's really nice to be able to see that nonetheless. So thanks again for the excellent feedback. And once more, top of the morning to y'all. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.